Hello, investor and trader. Welcome back to another video. Man, the month of October is already over. I hope you guys are doing well this month in terms of day trading, swing trading, and investing. I did okay in all three category. Day trading, not the best, not the worst, but okay. I will show you guys my P&L for the month. And then after that, I'd like to go over a little presentation that I put together in a PowerPoint. Man, it took me 2 freaking days to set it up. Hopefully you guys like the video, or not don't put the smash like button. I'm talking about like as in hopefully it benefits you guys. How to catch a falling knife better, because I wish I know these when I first started, how to enhance my strategy of catching a falling knife. Remember, it's an endless game. You cannot claim you're a professional knife catcher. You know what I mean? Eventually, you will get burned. It's just part of the game. You know what I mean? I do take losses too, just like anybody else. I'm still a noob like everybody else. So let's just get started. All right. So let's bring up the footage right here of today. You can see the date right here. So what I'm going to show you guys is my whole entire screen. Normally I only show, only this part of the screen right here, this part. But today I decided to show the whole entire thing because I'm going to do, like I said, a little presentation for you guys at the end of the recap. So let me push play. So when the market opens today, I was watching WIMI because you can see right here, right, on the 5-day chart, it has a massive run up. Well, not a crazy run up, but crazy enough for a parabolic yesterday. So I thought today, Friday, it might be a sell off. So I want to catch this knife, right? So let me push past forward a little bit. So first thing I did, I drew my support resistance because that's the first thing I see, right? Kind of obvious. Nothing tricky here. All right, market open. So this is a different order. I have a cover call order for one of my position DFS, but unfortunately it didn't get filled, so that's all right. Not a big deal. I currently have 1,000 shares in my account. I wish I want to do a cover call to collect some premium. So back to WIMI. It's falling. Looks pretty good, but I expect a bigger fall, but it's pulled back just a little bit. And I didn't want to chase it, of course, And finally it breaks below, right? I got very excited. I'm like, okay, cool. Now this is the next key position level of support I'm watching now. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. And then it tried to break above. It fell. It tried and it fell over and over. Notice the time right here. It's almost an hour and a half, and I still haven't made a damn move yet. But finally it breaks out, but I'm like, that's not a strong breakout. Only like what, 40 cents. I'm like, nah. Normally, push like that tend to pull back. If I jump in, I like to jump in a higher high, not a higher low, right? So I decide, no, I'm not gonna trade. Gonna wait. Yeah, a lot of patience. A lot of patience. Now this setup right here, what I'm gonna present today. So pay attention to this. It's pretty cool. This happened over and over and over to knife catcher like myself. Gonna experience this. So I noticed, oh, okay, I'm gonna record this. So Neo's falling, right? And it's still falling, falling, falling. At this point, I'm like, you know what? I don't find anything good, so just screw it. AFK. Just gonna record this. Define my support resistance. Stochastic RSI divergent conversion right here a little bit. So I thought, okay, this could be pop, but no, I decided not to jump in. Like I said, I trade like a little chicken, so I don't mind. Wait, if I miss a trade, hey, I missed a trade. It's okay. Oh, missed. Go back too fast, too fast. Okay, like around 9:15 California Standard Time or Pacific Standard Time, I saw Twilio popping pretty quick, so I decided to make a little quick scalp. Normally scalping is not my strategy, so small size, only 100 shares, nothing crazy. So pretty much chasing, another word, buy high and sell higher. But I like the formation, so I decided to jump in, maybe almost a whole dollar, kind of. But it was, short-lived. I jumped in and got out real quick. There you go. Almost a whole dollar, right? And make a little quick 82, 85. Notice the time is 10 already. Like 4 hours into trading almost. I'm like, damn, man, I finally made a move. And it was a tiny ass gain, but it's okay. After that, I'm done. So just AFK, for a long time. Define my support, my resistance, my support on the trend line right here on Neo. The main important thing is this part right here, which I'm gonna cover in a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much all I did today in terms of a day trading perspective. I thought it was pretty cool where it bounced right there as I expected it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. So at the month of October, I did okay. Like I said, not the best gain, not the worst gain. Only made 15,700 bucks. That's it. Thanks to some of the trade I did right here, mainly LYB. Again, this is like more like a swing trade, you know. Just the month of October, I just couldn't find any good setup, you know. So yeah, Twilio, like I said right there, 85 something. You can see that on the video, right? To see the day P now, because this is the month P now right here. All right, so the presentation. Now this is the fun part. So it took me a while to set this up. Hopefully you guys enjoy it and learn something from it, you know, or benefit from it. Again, what I'm about to present here is based on my own experience and my own opinion. So take it as a grain of salt. If it helps you, congratulations. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. I'm just a noob that like to trade stocks, you know. Okay, how to increase your chance of catching a falling knife? Because this is the strategy that I like the most. How I made several $1,000s a month consistently over time. Is that overnight for sure? It takes a while to learn this. So yeah, let's just get started. So avoid a big body bullish pin bar on a downtrend. Just avoid it. So you may ask, what the heck is that? Well, it looks like this. So there are several criteria. Also, I'll have 4 criteria. So the first criteria is right here. The body is roughly 1/3 to 2/3 ratio to its wick, which is the tail. So this is the body right here. This is the tail, or the wick. This is the nose, or the upper wick, we want to call it. It has to be a downtrend on the day or intraday. Remember, we are catching a falling knife, right? So you will see this pin bar over and over and over, especially catching a falling knife. Avoid it, but these are some of the criteria. Usually happen within the first 2 hours because I day trade, right? I see this all the time. And then the nose, which is this part right here, the topping tail, or another nickname for it, should not be very long. See how short it is? You don't want a big ass one, like way up here. You don't want that. You want a small one. Just have some of the criteria that I'm talking about here. So let's go some examples, because you see, I learn best from examples, right? All right, remember I told you about Neo in the footage earlier, the day trading? Remember that big ass pin bar? Yeah, it happened over and over and over. See this? Happened in the first couple of minutes in trading. I think it was a 5-minute chart, not a no 15-minute chart. Within the first 2 hours, right? Same thing. When you see this big one, just be very careful that the bounce like this is hard. You know, it's the chances are very slim. Same thing for right here, 15-minute chart. See, same thing. Fall as the stock opens, fall, and then bounce. Kind of hit resistance right here, and then it's short-lived. These play is better for going short than going long. But again, some people don't know how to catch a falling knife, right? That thought, hey, bounce, buy some right here. Next thing you know, boom. Or size too much to the point where they cannot average the cost down or dig themselves out. Happened before to me, so I'm not sure happened to other people too. Same thing for PayPal. Remember PayPal a couple of days ago? Same scenario, right? From 260 tank all the way down to 460. A lot of people get excited right here to catch. If you're good, you catch right here. If you're not so good, you probably catch it up here, right? Thought that may make like, I don't know, like a 50% retracement or 75% for those that use Fibonacci. But nope, it breaks below and keep on going lower. Next example, INTC, same thing. See that big wick right here? Big bullish pin bar on the downtrend, but somehow it just create a bunch of lower high and lower high and lower high. Remember, this is a 15-minute chart. Same thing for MasterCard, AMA right here. These are recently too. These are recently screenshots, so you can go back to the history and see yourself for the chart if you like. See the same thing right here. Break below and to the downside. Same thing right here for Snapchat. Miss earning, gap down, right? Look like a pin bar right here. People, you might be excited, you might jump in, but nope, to the downside. Hopefully you get the idea by now. Same thing for this one, Roku, right? Same thing. Pop up. For those that chase, good luck with that because boom, back down. And then create this big ass pin bar, bullish pin bar. But fail to go higher, continue to the downside. Same thing for this one too, SKKT. Remember this crazy ass stock that made a big ass squeeze? Same thing right here, and then to the downside. See, it happened over and over and over, right? In the first 2 hours. Same thing for this one. Gap down. This is a big blue chip company, I'm assuming, because of $200 stock. Maybe not big, maybe it's expensive stock. But still, nonetheless, same formation. A little doji or pin bar. Not really a pin bar, but you get the idea, right? To the downside. Now, it's also happening on the daily too, not just the intraday. You see the daily? This is the daily right here. See? From 96 all the way down to 77 on this day. It looks very attractive, right? But nope, it bounced and then to the downside. But then eventually it bounced back up. Now, these are pretty rare cases. So that's the next option. So you still want to catch this knife? Imagine you catch it here, like, ah, oh, shit. They keep on going down, down, right? Is there a solution to this? Absolutely, there is a solution to this, but it's going to require a lot of practice and a lot of experience to do it. But there is. I'm going to show you guys. So you can see right here that tree, right? Gap down, create this big ass pin bar, right? But notice something right here. It did not continue to the downside. In fact, it went up, right? Well, that's why they go to the daily. Just here's a daily, just to see how low can I go, right? You can see right here all this support right here. So therefore, 130, around 130 is not going to be exact. That's why they call the area of support, right? This area right here, that it might bounce. And guess what happened? It did exactly that. But as right here, I'm not going to jump in. I only jump in when it's create a higher high, which is right here. So this is where you should jump in right here, continue to the upside. But pretty short-lived, but it's okay. Another example is right here, same thing. This one I would not trade. It's pretty tricky right here, but it did reverse right here. You see, right here, create a higher high and a higher high, but it kind of short-lived because after the pre-market high to the downside. Now this one I really put my time and effort into it in terms of all these combined. Okay, you see the first big pin bar, right? This is mRNA. So those that trade mRNA, you should know this stock can make crazy swings, like up and down in one day. So you can see all the way down, all the way up, then all the way up, and all the way down, right? And then all the way down again. Now right here is unique. Notice something right here. The stock has double bottom, right? Just like right here, double bottom. But look, notice something, the RSI, you see? It's a higher RSI, isn't it? See? Followed by this right here. Right here, you see? Pretty cool, huh? And bounce it upside. So to catch a falling knife, I use RSI, divergence, convergence, combined with candlestick formation, and to determine should I jump in or not. You know what I mean? Or else you're just gonna. Sometimes these stocks can fall for a very, very long time. So and again, is there a solution? Absolutely. All right, so for me, right, you have to be very, very patient. When the stock falls, especially on the 5-minute, don't be anxious to jump in right away. Some trader like myself, sometimes I get too excited and I jump in and I don't wait for the confirmation. I got burned, right? You can saw some of my lost videos. So here's my recommendation from my experience. Use the 5-minute and the 15-minute more often than a 1-minute chart, especially if you're trading the blue chips. So here's my recommendation. For the first 30 minutes or so, use 1 minute and 5-minute. After 30 minutes or so, switch over to 5-minute. After the hour, switch over to the 15-minute chart. It gives you a better perspective. Remember, institutional traders love to use 15-minute chart or 5-minute chart. They don't use 1-minute chart because 1-minute chart tend to give a lot of false signal. Next criteria. If the stock continues to fall during the first 30 minutes, which is the best of when the first keep on falling like that, look for key level support on the daily candlestick formation, and look for these moving average right here. See where the stock gonna, in other words, have an idea where the stock's gonna fall. Once you find the target on the 5-minute chart, look for that reversal signal formation along with a confirmation on the 5-minute chart. Now this right here is just some bonus my friend gave to me. I think it's very useful information. This is how the market reversal time normally looks like. Not always, but normally looks like. So here's the first phase of fall, second phase of fall, third phase of fall. The first phase from market open for the first 30 minutes, the stock tend to fall. And then from here to here, the stock tend to rebound. From here to here, the time frame is tend to be peaking out. So it's kind of hard to see over here, but here's a visualize what it looks like. So remember, this is the 5-minute chart. Okay, shout out to this website right here that put this together. It's pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool. And then it fall. Remember, this is 5-minute, and it fall. See the first 30 minutes, it falls. Create this pin bar, we just went over that, right, on the reversal signal. So remember that. And then it bounced, you see, until the hits the I guess the moving average right here. And this is around the time where I get peaked out and then back to the downside. That's just how normally it works. Okay, not always the case, but watch out for that. It's pretty cool. So some example of reversal signal that I like. A hammer, inverted hammer. These are not so much. This is my favorite right here. This is also my favorite, and then, of course, the bullish engulfing candle, right? This is like the classic. I mean, where the bull just like engulfed the bear, right? Very good sign for reversal. So here are some criteria, and I go over this over and over and over in my previous video. To increase your success rate, I give you 3 case scenario. First case scenario, 0, 0, 0, or pretty much 0 case. Stock is falling. Candle number 2 is the reversal signal. Well, let me go over the plan right here first. So these are some of the criteria and characteristic, okay? The nose. Again, you don't want a big nose. You want a small nose, right? And then you want the open and the close within the previous bar. See how this open? It opens right here. It closes right here. But is in within this pin bar. Next criteria. The wick is 3 times the size of the body. Remember, this is the body. This is the wick. And, of course, the wick, the longer the wick, the better. And also, it has to stand out, right? It has to stand out from all the candles. You can see that this is the big wick compared to these other candles right here. So the pin bar is pretty much a reversal signal. The bigger the pin bar, the higher chance it will bounce, especially key level support. Same thing. So pretty much all this visualize look like this. So I drew the moving average right here, which is the support. Notice candle number 2, it bounced all the way down, bounced all the way up. The bulls are pushing it up. Candle number 3 is known as the confirmation candle. For those experienced, I highly recommend you to buy on the candle number 4. For that, with experience, you can buy candle number 2. I do that all the time. I buy candle number 2 and I buy candle number 3. Sometimes I'm a little chicken. I buy candle number 4. In terms of entry, notice here is a slightly a little bit higher than this candle. Why that's so? Because of this right here. This is why I want to avoid, right? It's known as a bullet trap. If could be right here, could be tricky, right? The candle is falling on the 50 right here, and then a pin bar. But then you see a higher high. Oh shit! Confirmation. I'm gonna jump in, right? But if you have your order up here higher than this candle, guess what happened? You would avoid all of this headache, right? Like, damn, you know why we fought so much. For the other experienced trader, you would definitely catch a loss right here. But sometimes people don't want to cut the loss and they hold on to them, become bag holder, right? The third case, which is like this, is more tricky. Sometimes it doesn't want to pop right away, but as long as you have your order slightly above the confirmation, eventually you might get in, right? Because of this right here. From red to green, both candles are the same size. There's a high probability of that it would bounce, and that's how you get in. So that's just, always buy a higher high. In other words, that's the bottom line. Just to double confirmation that it continued to the upside. All right. Nonetheless, at the end of the day, have fun day trading. You know what I mean? Because this is my setup right here from the last previous video. You guys only saw this station or this computer, this laptop linked to this monitor, which you guys seeing right now at this screen right here as I'm recording. And I recently bought this right here a couple months ago, so this is my second one. In the future video, I go over this, but in the end, you should having fun. If you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong, For me, I love to day trade, because sometimes people take it too serious when it comes to day trading, where they sit up, they stand up straight on a stand desk, nice setup. Look at my setup. My setup is like 99 cents, and I lay in bed. Sometimes I go back to sleep. I don't see anything good. I don't see a good trade. I don't force a trade. In other words, sometimes, like I said, my daily goal is 1,000. But if I don't make it, I don't make it. I'm cool with it, All right, talking is cheap. Let's see some real example, right? All right, so I found some pretty cool example I want to share with you guys that I have not posted on
Hello.
YouTube. So this is my Instagram. I think this is a pretty good footage because it's the same concept. So let me roll the footage. Now this, you can stop the video here if you like. This is just like show you guys examples. Again, you can see all my YouTube video, my other trade, not this one though, of course. This trade is pretty old, like almost a year old. But the concept remains the same. Catch the damn knife.
Trade, okay? Since we have some time. So yesterday I made a trade on DocuSign. I made like $1,000 on it. So let's analyze what happened to DocuSign yesterday. So normally I do not trade when the market opens. And notice these are 5-minute charts. So I do use all the time frame. The only time frame I do not use is 1 minute. I use once in a while, but I don't really use a 1 minute. So I'll use a 5 minute, 15, 30, 4 hours, and of course the daily, the weekly. The monthly I don't use. That's just way too long of a time frame. So before I make a trade on DocuSign, one of my bread and butter trade is catching a falling knife. I need to know how low DocuSign can go, right? Because you can see here, the stock is falling, see? So that's right here, this right here, it got my attention already on just by looking at it.
Notice right here, I ignore. See that? See that? See it happening again, right? Over and over. I ignore it.
But the next
or avoid it.
Question, how low can it go? So this is where you have to go back to the daily candle and look for major support. Either exponential moving average, the 8, the 10, the 15, whatever EMA you're using, then yesterday previous close. So that's the first thing I look at. The second thing I look at is how low can this thing go based on candlestick formation. So have the chart reversal signal memorized. I think I sent out to my chat group what are those signals looks like. So that is what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for the first green candle or something like that. So let's check it out. Now, okay, now this is a bullish pin bar. So the question is, do I enter here? Well, right now it's too soon to say. You need to wait till the next candle. The next candle, what I'm looking for is a lower, higher low, and higher high. So I want this high, the next candle, be up here. This low, I want the next low to be somewhere up here, not down here. See, this is the low. This will be this right here. If the next candle opened right here, it would call a lower low. I don't want a lower low. I want a higher low. So I want something like that at the low. Now the high, it could be here. It could be way up here, but not like way up here. Because if it's way up here, I'm late to trade. You missed the trade already because if that's just chasing. Because notice the entire day or even pre-market, the 6 EMA crosses the 18 EMA. This cross right here is signal downtrend. So the whole entire morning, it tried to pop above it, but it fell. You see, it tried to go above the green moving average, it fell, it fell, it fell. So if the next candle, if the green popped way up here, I'm sorry, I missed the trade. I'm not gonna chase it. So let's go on and see what the next candle is gonna happen. Followed by see another big red candle. This candle looks pretty cool. I like this candle. Notice here, it tried to push it down to 37, being pushed back up. So we know there's some kind of support right here. Am I going to enter here? Answer is no. Be very patient. How about the next candle? Same thing. See, and good thing I didn't enter there, right? But this candle here, I'm very interested in now because look at the RSI. It's 24 and it's very low. Look at the high. It tried to push up and push back down. This right here is kind of inverted hammer, but not really inverted hammer because it's kind of big. But this candle got my attention. Plus the RSI is very low. Plus this has a little wick right here. It got my attention. So I'll wait till the next candle. I think this candle is where I entered. So let me show you the proof of yesterday, or go back to my Instagram yesterday post, you can see it, see? So I enter on this candle. 1,000 shares at this is the price. I enter market price, by the way. I don't have time for a limit because it moved too fast. So there's a time and date, Pacific Standard Time. The Eastern Time is up here. That's why I boxed these. Notice the minute is 37.90, 37.59, almost a whole 5 minutes, but not quite. It's halfway, but it's getting there. This time is very important. Why? Because I want to make sure that it's a whole 5 minute formation and it looks something like this, but not like, you know, I don't want this low to be lower than this low. Notice this low is higher than this low. That's the key thing I'm looking for. So I enter on this candle around 37. Then boom, this candle. I think I sold on this candle. Now, the reason why I sold on this candle because my goal is to make $1,000 in this trade. My risk is just below this 38. If this candle go below this candle, I'm cutting my loss. So I'm risking like 30 cents, 40 cents to make over $1. Dude, that's 1 to 2 ratio. I'm taking my profits. So this is where I took my profit. You can be very optimistic and hopefully the stock can go up here, right? To the next move, the next resistance at 240. Or you can take some partial here and ride the uptrend and put a stop loss somewhere here. There's so many techniques to do it to lock in profits. For me, I'm very happy with this trade, so I think I sold everything at this price. So let's see what happened next candle. Okay, look pretty cool right there. Boom, right there. Now, it's not, well, 40-20 is good enough for the whole number. So notice this candle is trying to push up, but next candle I think is failed. You can exit here too and make more than I did. So I exit here. And again, it's up to your risk tolerance. For me, $1,000 profit ish is good enough. I don't need $2,000, $3,000 profit. It'd be nice, but you know, that's just my strategy, and that's pretty much how I catch a falling knife. I think the whole entire day just reversed back down. Yep. So yep, tomorrow definitely.
So that's pretty cool, right? On that video. So again, this is just a bunch of old footage that I put out on my Instagram because back then I didn't make YouTube videos yet. As you can see, also the layout is also different. I don't have this right here, you know, on my new layout. But yeah, so I think this is a good video too. Like I said, you can stop it here if you like, or continue to the next example. This is the last example, by the way. Oh shit! It tricked me. Damn it! I thought it was the play button.
Here you go. I'm still watching Facebook falling. Meanwhile, watching DocuSign and stuff like that. Facebook still falling.
Notice right here, I ignored it. Like I said, right? Avoid, ignore it.
Okay, let's go to the next.
I'm gonna enter on this candle.
Let's go to the next footage. Still falling. What the hell is that? Oh, that's an ad. Okay. Oh, I enter right here. Oh no,
I enter before they get a confirmation. It just depends on how comfortable you are. And I must have lost ready in case it goes against me.
yeah, but here it got me right here too.
I have my order ready. Like a button, a clickable button away. So if the next candle breaks below this candle, I need to cut my loss. So this low right here is 53. So I hit like 45, I'm out.
So let me fast forward.
Sorry, it happened so fast. Yeah, I already cut my loss. Cute.
So I cut my loss right there for the second time. It got me again. Because I look like a pin bar reversal, you know, but again, I jumped in a little bit early. I should wait for a confirmation. But I was trying to catch the bottom. Apparently, I fell twice already. So you can see continuation to the downside. And I'm glad I cut my. This is where I should have entered on this candle. But the part is during that instant moment, you know, I was watching it and I was waiting for the whole stick to 65. But it happened so fast where this green candle, I should have entered like halfway through here. But I wasn't. The whole 5 minute was not fully 5 minutes because in that 5 minute the candle can go up and down, you know what I mean? So I have to wait for the whole 5 minutes because sometimes it does all the way up, then all the way back down, you know. I don't want that to happen, just like this candle right here. So this trade was very tricky for me. And I enter right there, I think, yeah, at 32. So I was up a little bit, but then I got faked out again. So let's go to the next footage.
Okay, so there's a new.
Yeah, right there. I got faked out because this candle here low is below this low by a few penny, and it got me out. So, but then that was a fake out. You can see it continued to pop back up. You see, I hate when that happened, but hey, that's reality trading, right? Because we don't know the future. So I got stopped out again. I think I took a small loss on that one, like a couple $100. And look, back to 85 cents. Ain't that a bitch? Hey, but that's trading for you. So I think I got in right here. Yep. So I got in right here for the breakout. I like the way it looks, so I got in, and let's see what happens.
I don't know if you saw that or not, but I entered 1,500 shares. It's kind of revenge trading because, man, it got me here. I think it got me here, and it got me here like 3 times, man. I'm like, damn it, stupid Facebook.
So right here, I have an order ready. I knew.
But at least I knew, the concept, right? It remained the same. Look, these two candles are the same, right? From red to green. There's a high probability that it will go up, and it did. As long as it break above this right here, and it did. Kind of tricked me here, though. Jeez, man.
This right here, oops, let me pause it. This resistance right here, gonna be resistance. Now, it potentially can go up here too, but that if you're very optimistic. I don't know. Maybe take some profit here, but the market right now, it looks very weak. So I just took my profit. You can see right here, coming up when I sell. Again, it's a $0.50. That's always a heavy resistance. I think I sold somewhere right here. Right
Yep, sold a $0.50, $1,500. Made all my losses back and up a little bit.
there, sold.
Sorry. This is a tough trade. Oh, there it goes. This is a tough trade. I missed several times. But
So after that, what happened to Facebook? Tank. I sold right there. Right now is pretty much live. You can see the stock's moving. I'm done trading already. So overall, let me pull up this real quick. No, not this one. I need to pull up the Firefox to show you my P&L. Log in my broker account. What the hell? Okay. Let me go to my P&L, which is the profit loss statement. So right now I'm up $17,000 for the month. See the month right there, the date. So if I go today, see small little gain, only $530. Well, I made my loss back, so overall this should be $1,000 a day, but it is what it is. Yesterday, small little loss as opposed to 119.
So pretty much, it's the same concept. On top of that, it was a Friday. I guess all the video now. Friday like today, right? I only made like 80-something bucks, which is okay. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this long footage. Damn, I think this is the longest video I ever made. And hopefully you guys get some valuable free information. Again, it's just based on my experience and share with you guys. Now, if it helps you guys, hey, then great. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. I'm just a noob that like to trade. See you guys in the next video. Bye.